Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a very breezy day 4. Very breezy, but very sunny. We woke up this morning, worked out a little bit. We got the coffee in us. We're ready to go. We got the energy. We got a little breakfast. We also have
Dun, 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 dun.
cruise hair. Don't care. We got braids. So we just came to the port a few minutes ago. We tied up. We're ready to go ashore. We're going to bring our sea pass card, of course, and a photo ID. So those are the two things you need. So you can bring a passport, driver's license, whatever you have, government issued photo ID to get back aboard the ship through the local gate. What's up, YouTube? Let's talk about when you do content creation, and even if you have everything packed, you might forget something. So I've been using the other GoPro 12 with the new pack to it, the vlogger pack, and it comes in a different case. So when you put it in a different case, you take the door off of the battery. Well, I forgot as I took the case off to get the door. And we came all the way down from deck 18, checked out on the pier before I realized I was missing the door. So I ran back aboard, all the way up to deck 18, got the door, and then down the flights of stairs. So I'm a little winded right now, but we made it. Ready to check in and then off to the excursion. So here we are, the kayak, hike, snorkel adventure. We're gonna explore the mangroves in the lagoon and then over to Cas Cay. I snuck up here to go talk into my camera so I look like an idiot in front of a bunch of people in a small room. But so for the tour, we met on the pier. They brought us to one of the typical St. Thomas buses. We go through the island, up the hills, down the hills, run the turns. It's pretty far. It's about a 30-minute bus ride. So sat for a while, didn't film anything because honestly, bus ride content through St. Thomas is not good content. So no one's gonna watch it. So we skip through there, we get here. We have articles that were suggested to bring with us, like sun top, shirts, sun shirts, hats, sunglasses, water shoes. I had to purchase my water shoes because I don't have water shoes. They were $20 to buy. Reason is because during the hiking portion, we're going to be going over coral or rocks, things that you really don't want to wear flip-flops for. So it makes sense to buy the $20 pair of these water shoes so it can protect my feet. Also recommend that we do use a lot of sunblock and drink a lot of water. So the sun's very bright and you can get dehydrated really quickly, so there'll be water. Truck going by. So there'll be water for us on the island. It's also recommended if you have to use the bathroom, use one of the porta potties over here before we head out. Also, they have lockers here. They've got a place where you can put your valuables, so you don't have to bring your cell phone with you. It's actually recommended not to bring anything valuable because we're going to be out in the water. We're going to be hiking, so not to have a lot of things to carry with you, especially like cell phones that could get lost, could get, float away and you never get it back. So I'm going to bring the camera, of course. He's going to have his camera so we can film for the channel, but otherwise we're going to go pretty light. It's going to be us, sunglasses, hat, sun top, water shoes, and GoPros. So we're going to meet in this room here, get the rest of the talking to, and then we're going to head out.
We are getting ready. Getting ready.
Life preserver's on. Big red life preserver. Got my snorkel mask and my water, ready to go. Here we are, queuing up in the kayak, waiting for everybody to get on the kayaks in the mangrove area here. It's got a nice little breeze pushing us. Should be a nice little road today. Looks like a pretty full tour today. I'm not going to count. It's got to be close to 20 or so kayaks total. So a pretty big tour. Usually you get like 10, 12. Pretty good numbers here, and all ages. So those of you that are concerned about, my kid's old enough or not, minimum age for this one is 8. My son's 8, so he just met the mark there, but there's a number of other ones that are probably in that 8 to 12 range for the kayaks, and you pair up. So it's really easy to kayak with your parent, with your mom or your dad. So I am in the back. I'm sharing my kayak with another onesie, and little guy and his mom are in the other kayak. We're just kind of riding the wind here as it pushes us out into the lagoon, which might be make for a very nice day. We're not putting too much effort into rowing, but we'll see how it goes. We're fairly covered from the ocean breeze here, which is nice, and the water is kind of what you'd expect in a mangrove lagoon. Can't quite see bottom. Relatively clear except for a lot of the weeds in the water right now. So we're making a little stop here with the tour guide. Maybe we can tell us a little bit about the mangroves, the plants that live on the edge of the water that protect the coastline. and he's going up there right now. We're kind of getting into a little bit of a bottleneck. We're gonna crash! We're gonna crash! So inevitably you see that on these kayak tours you get all sorts of levels, all sorts of abilities. You do tend to get bumped. So it's just one of those things that happen. We're gonna gather around again, get another little tour stop in a moment. We made it to our first, pretty much first and only stop before we go on the hike. We put all the kayaks on the shore. We're just taking some time to refill some water, rehydrate, see what's in the water around here, the rocks, some conchs, shells, things like that. And then we're gonna start our hike. So, you know, they did say to wear water shoes, and now you see, you really wanna make sure you have water shoes for this excursion because it's all rocks. And flip-flops ain't gonna cut on these rocks. As a matter of fact, these rocks will cut you. So you wanna make sure you have a good pair of water shoes. If not, buy them from the vendor before you come on the excursion. I'm gonna leave that guy in the water, but you can see there a nice sized conch. Moving away. You can hear me. Hey, Mr. Conch. We've started our hike. We're headed through the mangrove forest. Mangrove forest. You say potato, I say potato, whatever. So we're headed through the forest. We're going down to see, they tell us we're gonna see a lot of hermit crabs on the inner islands. There's our hermit crabs running around. Let's go a little close up to this guy. And this little tiny guy too. So they're pretty much all over the place. Honestly, walking around like tippy-toed, because if I hear a crunch underneath my feet, I'm gonna feel really guilty for not looking down first, because these hermit crabs are all over the place.
So that way they could sense the biometric pressure once bad weather comes in. So this guy, question? Once they grow older, they do swap shells. So the bigger ones, they line up their shells and they fit into each shell.
We got to see all the hermit crabs, and honestly, there's hundreds of them. They're everywhere back there, hiding in the trees, all over the ground. You have to walk carefully. Pick them up, play with them. Just be careful if you do pick them up and play with them. They are wild animals. They will pinch and bite and such. So just make sure you follow the directions of the staff and watch how they play with hermit crabs, or pick them up, or feed them even. And if you're going to try it on your own, again, just listen to the staff. So we're just taking our slow little hike over the old coral, past the ocean here. It's really, really nice and beautiful. I mean, they got the waves and the breeze kind of crashing over the coral reef. Walking along the trail along the forest. Got some really cool rocks to look at. You're into rocks, into coral. All kind of, you know, different plants around the area. Really, really scenic and nice. Very nice little walk. Wouldn't really call it a hike, more of a walk. Our group's reached the first physical challenge on this hike. We have to traverse a boulder down below to get to the other side of the trail. So we're all bottlenecked here to wait to take our turn. We're gonna do some rock climbing, bud. You ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Follow me.
I'm also behind my dad.
Follow me. See where my feet are going? Got it? It is rather rough. Just want to take it slow. Use your hands if you have to. If you don't do rock climbing, you know, not that difficult, but you don't want to trip and fall on rocks. So, and they are kind of sharp too.
Be careful. We're not going to elaborate, but that way.
Can't smile.
I think the lady already bought the island. Let's wait for a little splash.
Dude, get ready, here he comes. A really cool tide pool here. Just this stuff all exploding, but covered in sea urchins. Don't want to get too close to those guys. You don't want to step on them with bare feet.
Those black kids in the water, it's the urchins.
The origins? Oh, cool, yeah.
They're all over.
Whoa! Brody.
Get a pretty cool opportunity here to kind of climb around the rocks. Just be careful if you do. They tend to be slippery. You've got moss and seaweed growing on a lot of them. So when you're moving around, If you're not comfortable with rocks that are wet and slippery, don't climb on them. If you are, by all means, climb around, have fun. It's a pretty cool little spot here. The tide pool area, sea urchins, a lot of like marine life in the area. Just a lot of things to see. Very small animals, deer and sort of stuff. Pretty cool stuff. So these water shoes are great. They are protecting my feet from the coral, but man, these rocks are sharp. We're headed back down a trail now, and we're gonna go back to the boats. We're gonna pick up our snorkel gear, and we're gonna have an opportunity to kind of snorkel out in the bay. So I'll tell you what, personally, I think this is my favorite St. Thomas tour I've ever done. I've done a lot of trips up to Paradise Point on the cable cars. It's just like a frequent thing to do, especially when you have a young kid. A lot of walking around downtown, of course, and shopping in that area. We used to dock, previous trips with other ships at the Havenside Mall, walk around there. So I've been to St. Thomas a number of times. We've done the Turtleback Zoo, we've done Megan's Bay. I like this the best. It's kind of just chill, kind of easy. It's not a difficult, strenuous tour, although it did say it's strenuous. This has been super easy, super relaxing too, and a little educational. I was just walking around and I saw this sign, so I'll take a little video of that one real quick to put in there. So Cas Cay Wildlife Sanctuary, a gift from David Violet. I think I'm saying that right? 1987. Pretty cool. All right, and just like that, we're off. We're headed back to the dock. Our day at the beach and snorkeling. Awesome. Had a lot of fun. And now this should be a quick paddle back, as we're gonna have the wind at our backs this time. Okay, we're back. We parked our kayak. We got changed real quick. We're packing up our bags. So it is now 6 o'clock. So it's been a long tour. We left dock at a little after 1 o'clock. So 1:15 we got in that bus, started driving over here. We still have to drive back to the pier to get back on the ship. So it's been a long afternoon. It's been hot, it's been sunny, so we're a little worn out. Gonna go back and get energized again to go back out again for the night. But it was a great tour overall. Ask yourself, is this tour for you? It's family friendly. It's a good combination of adventure, walking through the mangroves, kayaking, snorkeling. It has pretty much everything if you like doing that kind of outdoors type of stuff. If you're not into doing anything outdoorsy, definitely don't pick this one, because there is a good deal of sweating and physical exertion. I wouldn't call it really hardcore or even strenuous, but it is one that if you're not up for that, don't pick it. So yeah, in St. Thomas, so pick out that kayaking, snorkeling, hiking excursion. It's family friendly. It was a good time. Just make sure it fits in your day and your schedule, because like I said, it's a long day, but it's really enjoyable. So we had a lot of fun. All right, buddy, we're off. What do you think?
Thank you, thank you. So I figure we'll do a little bit of this walk back to the ship, because we don't go into the front area. We go to the aft area, because we have to go up all the way to the Crown Loft, to our room up there. So the other day, Coco Cay, was quite a bit of a line. Fortunately enough, no line. But we'll see how fast we can get to the room today. How long are we gonna wait for when that goes up? Now we gotta wait for mommy. So real quick content creator mistake. I forgot to close out that last video when we were in St. Thomas, and here we are just a few weeks later back in New Jersey, and it's freezing cold. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that one. Look for the next one. We'll see you next time.